frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. To you who have been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable.
Muting.
So let's go into them now. I've actually
Speaking of Forget and Switch, they're today's featured game.
I don't think we've ever had them as a feature game, so that's good to see. Right. So what we have here is Brett. You've read this as well already, right?
No, I go straight to the quiz. I don't look at the information because I feel like seeing it fresh like yourself makes it a lot better for the people on.
Alright, awesome. So what we've got here is we've got the top 15 or top 20 or so most common cards.
Well, that's not a surprise, is it?
In fairness, I don't know. I was actually thinking Daughter would be higher. But obviously I'm wrong. But no, in fairness, it's a good card. Daughter, Gateway to Dis, Standardized Testing. It's the fact there's so much Dis here, even though Dis are not in one of the sets. I mean, and so little Shadows.
But in fairness, is a really powerful card. It's a meta-defining card.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Not even going to remotely argue it's not.
I am surprised that we're seeing Mark of Dis and Daughter over Mother and Control the Weak, but that is just a testament to that. There are more control decks being brought, the more efficiency in control decks being brought in Mass Mutation than there are being brought in KOTE. It also might be that Control the Weak is a rare that I'm just forgetting, but I'm not too sure.
I can't remember. But also the fact that Untamed, the fourth most common house, has no cards in the top 20. I mean...
Yeah, well that just is more to diversity of it, I guess.
Completely.
We might see them a little bit more in the uncommon cards, where they sort of really more shine.
That is definitely true.
The amount of shadows is really catching. The amount of shadows is really catching me out there. Seeking an Umbra Urchin, no bad pennies, which is a really common card. So.
Yeah. So moving on to the uncommon cards, we've got Bounce and Death, Quark and Nature's Cool. Not too surprised to see either of those at the top. Sloppy Labwork and Gleeful Mayhem, again, not too surprised.
Is only uncommon?
I believe so, yeah.
What?
Positron Bolt, generally that's just tied into lots of decks, but it's a good staple. It's not a bad card. I would say it's much built around it.
CMCP and Graft only being 3 copies apart makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and then so
Screaming Fabian. Screaming Fabian being the only Sanctum to creature to breach the board, and being the actual only creature.
Yeah, I was just say that
to get up into the top 10 as well.
Yeah,
it's a very powerful ability. One of my favourite cards in Mass Mutation. I put up beautiful Capturous Fabian decks. Very interesting to see. I'm interested in the 12 Obsidian Forges, because we haven't gone to rares yet, and if Soul Snatcher's there, that is a combo I love, and I really want to get a deck that's got Soul Snatcher, Obsidian Forge, because that's just a beautiful combination.
Oh, and here's Soul Snatcher in the rare list, 12 of them.
So there's 12 Obsidian Forges and 12
Soul Snatchers.
Soul Snatchers. I don't think that's going to be. There's Evil Twins. There's evil. We have Evil Twins in the tournament.
Yes, 2 or 3. That's on the next side. But the top of rare cards is more interesting. We noticed the Soul Snatchers.
I went too far, but that I need to find someone who's playing an Evil Twin deck.
Just look on the list.
The list doesn't tell me. This 55 teams. There's 165 decks on that thing. I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna go. The amount of DT down there is marginal. If you're playing Evil Twin, let me know. I want to feature you, because I want to get some more DT love out there. It's a very underrated set, much like AOA. and it does deserve a lot more love than it gets.
But we'll come on to it in a second. Look at the record: 12 soul snatches, 9 neutron sharks, 8 stings. I mean, soul snatches, stings, and quicksilver stones are sort of niche. They require talent to play with that deck, so it makes sense they've been chosen.
As it says in the metrics there, they're considered tricky to play with. They're game-changing decks. They change. You've got the goal is to control the board. Soul snatcher makes that a lot more difficult. Playing the sting, you want to forge keys. The sting makes that a lot more difficult. Quicksilver stone, you want to play creatures. Quicksilver makes that pretty effectively impossible. Heart of the Forest, although they're annoying atonement, falls under that as well. They're decks that my first deck had Soul Snatcher in it, and I put my first deck of Soul Snatcher in it to me being such a good player in my local environment, because I had to play at a higher standard than my opponents, because I had to play around this one card that was a constant skill check for me.
Yep.
One of my greatest games was when my opponent played Soul Snatcher. We both had two Soul Snatchers, and the game just went on to pretty much time because you couldn't really do much.
Yep.
I absolutely love Soul Snatcher. It just basically makes all your little creatures just go, I could reap. Oh, I could throw myself into a wall.
So moving on to the special cards,
Yes.
we have 7 Umbra Fiends, 7 Odd Claws, 6 Dinobots, 6 Dino Knights, 6 Mutants of Fairy, and 6 It's Coming. 2 Anomalies,
What do I ask for us?
4 Mega Creatures, 1 Dark Amber Vault, only 1 Evil Twin Vault, not Twin Deck, not 2, my mistake, only 1 Evil Twin Deck. But looking at those creatures in it, that would be a good Evil Twin Deck.
What caught my attention is 7 Odd Claws,
But
but I don't see even Ivan anywhere on this list.
it's not correct.
Does it count as a special card? Does it only count as a rare? But even then, going over to the rares, it's not in the top 10 rares. So there's more Odd Claws than there are even Ivans.
Yeah, that's what I would take out of this. Unless even Ivan is a uncommon, but I don't think it is.
No, they're special rares.
Yeah.
One pulls the other.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's interesting.
Evil twin creatures. There's only one evil twin deck
Yeah.
that has double Chelonia. It has Chelonia with 2 Witch of the Dawns.
What's the Evil Twin Witch of the
Cards.
Dawn? I can't remember which one that was.
So evil twin Chelonia does the exact opposite effect of regular Chelonia and Hunting Witch. So you play a creature and your opponent loses 1 number.
I remember that one. But the Witch of the Dawn?
Witch of the Dawn lets you destroy a creature you have in play. If you do, play 1 creature from your discard. So you get the play effects from that, and then immediately ready and use it.
Okay.
So I've got an evil Witch of the Dawn, and I've got an evil Sea Urchin in it, and that can just get broken when you just immediately bring back this evil Sea Urchin, steal 2 and reap with it.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely nasty. It's just so nasty that this one's got that. I'm gonna have to look this deck down. That looks like a hell of a fun deck if it's got proper support.